Okay, so I just wanted to start off this morning with showing you guys a little behind the scenes footage. You're probably wondering why there's a trash bag hanging from my window behind me. So I got rainbow rose bears. I got pink and red rose bears. I got cream and peach rose bears. And it's a beautiful clutch, ladies and gentlemen. It started hatching yesterday. This clutch is a HypoTrans HypoTrans, and I just figured out who the father is. I told you this was one I paired to multiple males. These are straight from Ecuador, okay? Imported to us from Ecuador. Not only do I import animals from all over the world, I import flowers from all over the world, okay? Huh? Why are you so feisty? He's a feisty little guy. What's going on, world? Good morning. Peace, love, Pogonas. Okay, so I just wanted to start off this morning with showing you guys a little behind the scenes footage. You're probably wondering why there's a trash bag hanging from my window behind me. No, my glass is not broken. Okay, so a lot of times I get questions like, do I make a full-time living from selling reptiles? Yes, I am a full-time reptile breeder. This is my full-time occupation. I dedicate 40 to 80 hours a week to this business, easy, okay? But sometimes my reptile breeding doesn't provide me with the finances I need to give my family the lifestyle that they are used to. So what this requires me to do is have a lot of side hustles. Not to mention, I like to bootstrap my business and invest everything that I can from the business right back into the business and keep the business growing, because ultimately the vision I have for the Wizard of Oz is a lot bigger than, of course, my basement. It's a lot bigger than a building. It's a lot bigger than a lot of you could imagine, okay? We're talking a farm. We're talking a facility. We're talking warehouses. We're talking traveling the country. We're talking about educating kids around the world. We're talking about building really an empire, a legacy. You know what I mean? So, the goal and the vision for this is really big. And in order to get there, as quick as possible, I have to be able to invest as much money as I can right back into the business, which means I don't really get to enjoy a lot of the profit of the business, okay? But, my wife's high maintenance. My daughter's high maintenance. My cars are high maintenance. You know what I mean? Everything got leather seats and sunroofs. So, my lifestyle is high maintenance. So in order to maintain my lifestyle, I have to hustle. I have to work hard. You know what I mean? I have a lot of jobs. I wear a lot of hats. And I'm about to show you one of them right now. Okay. So, excuse the mess. House is a little messy right now. Comes with the territory. Moving like a madman. All right. But what you see right here, these are rainbow roses, okay? And these are real roses. Okay? These are straight from Ecuador, okay? Imported to us from Ecuador. Not only do I import animals from all over the world, I import flowers from all over the world, okay? This is May 10th, Friday, May 10th, and as you know, coming up, depending upon when you're watching this, it will be Mother's Day. And one of the biggest days of the year, really one of the biggest holidays of the year, one of the most money-generating holidays of the year, the only holiday that actually generates more money than Mother's Day is Christmas, okay? Ah, see, I just gave you a little tip right there. Just dropped a little gem on you, huh? Okay? But what I do on Mother's Day is I sell flowers, balloons, as well as other miscellaneous Mother's Day items on the side of the road in multiple locations, okay? So this year we will have 3 locations throughout the DMV area. I'm located in Maryland, for those of you who are wondering, all right? The MD, 301, PG County, okay? Also known as the richest ghetto in the world. Google it. But whatever the case, these are all roses. My whole house right now is surrounded by roses, which is why I have this trash bag here covering my porch window. We don't like having the blinds right here because my wife has all kinds of plants of her own over here, and the blinds hinder her plants from receiving optimal sunlight. That's a whole nother story. But yes, so this right here is to block the light from the roses because the roses need to stay in the dark to keep them from blooming out and then, of course, dying. This basically slows down their, their life cycle. It preserves them for a bit, all right? My house is also freezing right now to keep these roses preserved. Now, you're like, oh, there's not that many roses. I only see a couple buckets. Let me show you how deep this goes, okay? So I got roses over here, all right? Roses over here. Roses over here. And these are tinted roses, pink and yellow roses, as you can see, okay? Over here, I got cream roses with gold glitter on them. And these are all real roses, okay? Rainbow roses, more tinted roses, more roses over here, okay? Those are Gissophilias, which is basically called baby's breath. We use these to stuff into our bouquets, like so, to make these beautiful bouquets, okay? And as you can see, these say Happy Mother's Day on them, all right? Red roses with gold glitter. Let me turn the light on so you can see this a little better. Okay. And again, excuse the mess. House is a little junky. We've been working nonstop for the past 2 days just preparing roses and, of course, trying to keep up with all the animals at the same time. Yes, these are real roses. Red roses with gold glitter, okay? Like I said, all these roses are imported. Okay? Let me take you to my bathroom. Oh, but first, these are my helium tanks. I own these 2 helium tanks, okay? These are boxes full of balloons. I literally have thousands of balloons. I got 18-inch balloons all the way up to 48 and 52-inch balloons, okay? So balloons that are over 4 feet long, all right? Now, I'll take you to my bathroom. Let's just say I needed to use it. Well, we already have guests. More roses. Cream roses with gold glitter everywhere. More rainbow roses. Okay? On top of that, you see these giant boxes. Okay? All these big boxes. All these big boxes are rose bears. Like so. So I got rainbow rose bears. I got pink and red rose bears. I got cream and peach rose bears. And all this is for Mother's Day. Okay? So, all this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we will be outside, rain, sleet, or snow. We'll have 3 different U-Hauls, and we'll be in 3 different locations simultaneously. Of course, we have a team. That's part of my team right there. All right. Want to say hi? Okay. Hi. Gotta keep her happy. All right. So I must be 3 people. Okay. 5 people. Okay. You know what I mean? So this is the hustle. But check this out. While all this is going on, while we're selling all these roses, preparing all these bouquets, we had to take it's over 3,000 stems of roses in here, all right? 3,000 stems of roses. Not to mention we got the baby's breath and Gissophilias, okay? We have to chop the stems on each one of these roses, okay? We got to crop the stems, get them positioned in these 5-gallon paint buckets. Okay, I can't even tell you how much I've spent in paint buckets alone, all right? But we got about 50 paint buckets, 55-gallon paint buckets around here right now, just full of flowers, okay? And these all are full of water. These paint buckets are full of water, all right? But while all this is going on, let me tell you what else is going on. While all this is going on, I have a clutch hatching. And it's a beautiful clutch, ladies and gentlemen. It started hatching yesterday. This clutch is a HypoTrans HypoTrans. And I just figured out who the father is. I told you this was one I paired to multiple males. And the father turns out to be King Bowser. Yes. These babies are going to be beauties. Hey there, baby. HypoTrans. HypoTrans genetic stripe. What else we got in here? Got a couple genetic stripes. And if you don't know, genetic stripe is a dominant gene, meaning only one parent has to have it, and about 50% of the offspring will have it. Dad was the genetic stripe. He's also a dunner. So I should get a lot of dunners, and I should get a lot of genetic stripes out of here. As you see, I got a lot of HypoTranses in this clutch. And these guys are just gorgeous. King Bowser is actually part of my green project. Okay, but he has a very bright red stripe. I'll show you what King Bowser looks like. Absolutely beautiful animal. He is, like I said, a HypoTrans genetic stripe citrus dunner, and he's another dragon that was sold to me by my boy Ron Biashino. Okay, so those are the two dragons that, you know, that's one of the two dragons I told you I had got from Ron. Okay, the other one being that het whiplet female whose clutch I showed you in a prior video. If you haven't seen that video, don't worry, I'll put a link in the description. Okay, shout out to Ron, great guy. Okay, hopefully some of these babies will keep a nice green tint. I seen some green looking heads popping out. When I get these guys in the light, it'll be a little better to show you. Alright, got them in the light. Look at these beauties. It's another genetic stripe right here. Hey you tried it. You're a feisty little one, aren't you? Huh? Why you so feisty? He's a feisty little guy. He's a feisty little guy. Okay. So yeah. What are you? Are you a dunner? No, you're just pretty. HypoTrans. Okay? So I'm hoping that I have at least one HypoTrans genetic stripe dunner in here. Would really make my day. Once again, the mom was a HypoTrans HypoTrans possible het 0, produced by Eddie P over at Red Room Reptile. Shout out to Eddie. And the dad was a HypoTrans genetic stripe dunner produced by Ron Biashino. Okay, these guys look beautiful. And even though mom was possible het 0, we won't list any of these babies as possible het 0. And let me explain to you why. That is not a good practice. If you haven't proved out a parent to be 100% het, there is no need to list the babies as possible het, okay? So, look at this one. It's pretty. I see you. Yes. Yes, yes. I like this one. I'm gonna keep my eye on this one. This one already looks like it's got some weird coloration going on there. You are just determined to get away. And there it is. I believe that's our HypoTrans genetic stripe dunner. And these guys are all fresh out the egg. So before I even get them rinsed off, I'm gonna give them some time to just sit. And that'll give me time to tend to these flowers and get these flowers together, so I can go ahead and go get these U-Hauls and get everything set up for that. Come back home, get these guys all rinsed off. Look at you, pretty baby. Get these guys all rinsed off. I'm sending the incubator for the remainder of the day for the most part, and probably go ahead and get them set up in a bin first thing tomorrow morning. Okay. But of course, I'll keep you guys posted through the process. Okay, now got them top back on these guys. These guys are crazy. But let me get back to my original point, okay? So, like I said, gotta get all that done with the flowers. Got these babies hatching, gotta get them situated. And in the meantime, in the between time, I have all these dragons, snakes, mice, more dragons, my African soft fur rats, more dragons back there. And I haven't turned on everybody's lights yet, guys. It's still very early. Okay, more dragons. All these dragons need to be fed, watered, and taken care of today, okay? So the grind never stops. But if you're truly passionate about something, whatever it is, there's always a way to get it done, okay? There's always a way to live your dream. There's always a way to do exactly what it is that you want to do, all right? Whether you gotta sell flowers on the side of the road, whether you gotta pick up a couple odd jobs, whatever it is you gotta do, there's a way to make it happen, okay? So to answer that question I keep getting, am I a full-time reptile breeder? Yes, I put in 40 to 80 hours a week breeding, cleaning, caring for, feeding, and selling reptiles, okay? I travel all over the country. I do shows all over the country, from here to Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, wherever I gotta go, you know, I'm there selling reptiles, okay? But what do I do when breeding season is slow? What do I do, you know what I mean, when you know, things slow down, or dragons aren't selling as fast? You gotta have other sources of income sometimes. Now, I'm sure that it'll get to a point, like I said, where I don't have to do anything but sell reptiles. And I'll probably still do this here, because this hustle right here was passed down to me from my daddy, which was passed down to him from his daddy, and it's been in my family for quite some time. I love to go get it. I love to talk to people. I love to interact with people. I love cutting deals and making sales and putting smiles on people's faces, which is what we do every year at Mother's Day, every year at Valentine's Day, and on various other holidays, okay? But like I said, just wanted to bring you guys into my world for a little bit, show you some other dimensions of me and what I do, like I said, to sustain myself and sustain my family. Look at these, all this is boxes of just flowers, okay? But like I said, saying all that to say to you guys, chase your dreams. Do whatever it is you want to do, you know what I mean? And sometimes to do what you really want to do, you're going to have to do 100 things you don't want to do, you know what I mean? Long as it's within your moral compass, long as it makes sense, you know, as long as it's something positive and something you can be proud of, do it. Get it done. So, in the meantime, in between time, like I said, guys, I'll keep you posted on that clutch. And also be doing an update video. Doing an update on the other clutches that we had hatched recently and some of the babies we got in recently. But, you know, in the meantime and in between time, peace, love, Pogonas. So what's going on, everybody? As you can see, I'm with my lovely assistant, my road dog, my business partner, you know, my sidekick, Demi Cheri, aka the Pogona Princess. And if you look out the window here, you can see it's raining, okay? Now, like I said, this is Friday, May 10th, you know, 2 days before Mother's Day. And we're actually trying to get our Mother's Day pre-sale on. We're inside of the U-Haul. Alright. And I got a U-Haul full of Mother's Day stuff that I'm trying to sell.
But then the rain woke up.
But then what happened?
And the rain woke up.
Yeah, the rain woke up and came down and just started coming down on us. Alright. So this is just a 10-foot U-Haul. As of right now, we have one 10-footer and one 15-footer. And this is all the inventory that we have in the U-Haul right now. We got a bunch of balloons, all kinds of balloons, Mother's Day balloons. boxes and boxes of bears, buckets full of flowers. And our goal is to be outside right now, selling. But as you can see, like I said, it's raining. But we can't let that stop us. Gonna go ahead and get these ice on these flowers, and then gonna spend some time cleaning baby bearded dragon tubs. Okay. Then we're gonna wake up bright and early in the morning and start all over again. All right, so it's day number 2, Saturday, Mother's Day Eve, and we are at it again. All right, we've already set up one location. I'll show you guys the other location. I'm setting up the second location now. We're out here in St. Charles, Charles County, Maryland. Waldorf, Maryland, for those of you who want to know more about that area. This is where we'll be setting up. Empty parking lot right here, right off the highway. Full of flowers, full of balloons. Brought my helium tank so I can blow balloons on the site. Lots of balloons, lots of flowers, lots of bears, lots of Demi. So yeah, we're hoping today's gonna be a great day. So once I get this spot set up, I'm supposed to be meeting my aunt-in-law here. Once I get this spot set up, then I'm gonna go ahead, go back home, spend a little time with the dragons, and then I'm gonna go set up a third location. I'll keep you guys posted. So like I said, saying all this to say to you guys, chase your dreams. Do whatever it is you want to do, you know what I mean? And sometimes to do what you really want to do, you're gonna have to do 100 things you don't want to do, you know what I mean? Long as it's within your moral compass, long as it makes sense, you know, as long as it's something positive and something you can be proud of, do it. Get it done. In the meantime and in between time, peace, love, Pogonas.